Hello and welcome back to a new vlog. This is not exactly a vlog, but a sit down life update because I feel like not even a life update, it's like a 1 month update of my 6 month challenge. I rise and I wake and I gotta go get it. I'm making my bed and it's straight to the ditch. एक महीना हो भी गया and it kind of flew. मुझे इतना पता भी नहीं चला कब एक महीना हो गया. And I'm so grateful for all the new people that have joined me on my journey and are with me. So अभी एक ही महीना हुआ है. So don't expect कि मैं मतलब ताजमहल बना चुकी होंगी अभी तक. If you know what I mean. The results might not be as significant physically, but overall I feel बताऊंगी. This video is just to tell you how I feel 1 month in my challenge, the personal challenge that I've put for myself. So to begin with, 1 month ago when I started this challenge, उससे पहले I uploaded this video where I said that I had a glow down, and in that video I did include how insecure I felt about my skin and how I've gained weight, and it was basically a whole ass glow down. You can watch it, it's right here, you can go watch it. या इधर कहीं तो होंगे. So when I recorded that video of me having a glow down, उस time I really did not know that I would start feeling better just 1 month into taking care of myself. But it did happen. One of my main concerns from that video was how bad my skin was, how it was like breaking out, how inflammation. As soon as I used to eat something kind of not very clean, मेरी skin would like start breaking out, and it would just show in my skin that I ate some chocolates last night. Right now I am like 1.5 months almost after that video of me having a glow down, and I'm really happy to say that my skin is touchwood. It has been doing so much better. मैंने आज सिर्फ आई मेकअप किया and this is my skin. I decided not to put on any makeup just to show you how my skin actually feels because you deserve to know. So this is how my skin looks now as compared to 1.5 months पहले. It was really bad and now I'm really happy that थोड़ी better हो गई है मेरी skin. Now to make my skin much better, I did some trial and error and saw what worked for me. So one of the main things that obviously would work for you is to have a clean diet. Even though मैं इतना कुछ junk खाती नहीं थी, I went on a trip to Dubai and उससे वापस आने के बाद I started breaking out like crazy. And also something that I noticed was before going, I bought this like Korean skincare. I'm not too sure if it worked on my skin or it's just because of me breaking out so much. I bought it from Macron, some ऐसी कोई app है, and from that you get Korean skincare in India. So I did get a lot of Korean skincare products. I got like Anwa toner, Anwa cleansing oil. I kind of feel like I introduced a lot of new products on my skin like right away, which kind of backfired on my skin because my skin slowly started breaking out while I was in Dubai. और सारा जो junk food मैं खा रही थी वो add-on होता गया. So when I came back, I still using my skincare products from like the Korean skincare brand, but it was not really suiting me. इतना कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा था, तो I restarted using tretinoin. My journey with tretinoin has been pretty good in the past. The first time I ever used it was around 3 years ago. My skin got better. It was like kind of very top notch. And उसके बाद I kind of used it for 1 year max, and then I stopped using it completely. Even though I stopped using it, my skin was still doing pretty good until like this trip to Dubai where I actually started experiencing a lot of breakouts. वापस आने के बाद I started using tretinoin again. Now 1 month into tretinoin, it did not really show any significant results. 1.5 months थोड़े बहुत results आने लग गए, but that's also the time when I switched my toner to tea tree oil from bodyshop. Now ऐसे बोलते हैं that you should not use tretinoin and tea tree oil together. So personally for me, I have used both tretinoin and tea tree oil products in the past, both separately, and both of them have worked pretty well for my skin. Now I was kind of suspicious to be using both of them together or not, but I started very slow on the tea tree oil products again. Started with the moisturizer, फिर मैंने धीरे धीरे I reintroduced a toner on my skin while still using tretinoin. So that has been working out for me for now at least. Also something that has kind of been working out for me is drinking celery juice. I don't know if it's like affecting my skin or not, but I do feel a significant difference ever since I started drinking it, especially in my gut, because my gut feels kind of good. Now it has been 2 weeks since I've been drinking celery juice on an empty stomach. Initially मैं थोड़े oranges भी डाल रही थी to enhance the taste, but since this week onwards I'm just drinking straight up celery juice and it's not that bad. It tastes same like wheatgrass powder, and itna matlab you kind of acquire the taste just like people acquire the taste for black coffee. I feel like people do acquire the taste for celery juice, and you know, beauty is bitter. And celery juice is not exactly bitter, it just tastes like grass. Yeah. So that was a little bit on my skin. अब मेरे को थोड़ी नजर उतारनी पड़ेगी इस वीडियो के बाद because I'm not expecting any more breakouts. Now talking about last week of first month, I got my period. Yeah, that sucks, but usually around my period I cannot just physically go to the gym. Actually, such bolu to I'm crying in pain during the first 2 days of my period, and I kind of do not even force my body to move. नहीं हो रहा भाई, ठीक है. I to take things slow, like give that rest to my body that it needs. And इससे पहले I've never really made such a conscious decision to go and play badminton or like be active on the second day of my period, but this time I did and it felt really good because even though मैं gym नहीं जा रही, मैं कुछ इतना significant कर नहीं रही थी, but it still felt like I was being physically active and it felt really good. So after my period was over, my dog Simba, so I have 2 dogs, one is Oreo and one is Simba. Oreo is extremely old, even though he's my baby, he's an old pug, but बचपन से Oreo has been kind of like a little close to underweight, but mostly the perfect weight for a pug. लेकिन Simba बचपन से he has been a chonky little pug, like really pampered, and प्यार में सब घर पे इतना खिला देते हैं उसे that his weight has gone really up. He is 14 kgs and that's really heavy for a pug. So Simba had like this dust allergy where he was constantly coughing, and since he's like a very heavy dog for his build, and Simba के साथ ऐसे होता है that I would not exactly know if there's something wrong with him until like थोड़ा late हो जाता है. Like his symptoms don't really show. He's the happy-go-lucky dog and he's always like up for treats and हमेशा like active रहता है. And around like last week Friday he started coughing like significantly, and since he's too heavy for his build, जब वो खांस रहा था he kind of started fainting because his body was not able to take that load, and that was kind of like a wake-up call that he really needs to lose weight. So next day I went to his vet, and पहली चीज तो हमने इसको एलर्जी के लिए जो भी था, they treated him with antibiotics and everything, but I did mention if his weight is actually posing a health risk on him, and it is. His ideal weight should be 10, but the doctor said कि आप 12 भी कर लो, he would feel much better. So from that day onwards we significantly changed his diet, and I'll talk more about it in the next video or something. And yeah, that's something that happened during the 4th week of my 6-month challenge. I feel like it's important for me to be able to discuss what's going on in my life apart from कि हाँ मैं gym जा रही हूँ, मैं उठ रही हूँ, मैं ये कर रही हूँ, वो कर रही हूँ. You need to know what's going on in my life because everything is not rainbows and sunshine. Then हर time मैं motivated and happy नहीं रहती. I have my moments, and having a health risk on my dogs or even treating my dogs at the park, some of them having wounds or cut, kind of makes me anxious. Not going to lie at all, it does make me anxious, but this is something that I have to deal with, and this is something that is luckily in my control for now. My goal is to change the situation, flip it around, and do as much as I can to help it. So yeah, another really sad update was my best friend since school. We've been friends since around 6th grade. I'm 23 now, so my best friend of 11 or maybe 12 years recently moved to a different state. Muskan, if you're watching this, I really miss you. We've always been like a phone call or a text message away. Like almost every other evening हम एक दूसरे को text करते, oh आज मिलना है, and like she was just 10 minutes away, and now she's moved to a different state, kind of like outskirts of Delhi, and she's like now 1 hour away. I feel like वो अभी इतना hit नहीं हुआ है because it's only been like 2 days since she's moved, but थोड़े दिन देती हूँ, and I know it's going to hurt like a bitch. So week 4 was mostly me meeting my best friend and trying to spend as much time as I possibly could in the last few days of her being still 10 minutes away from my house. Next update. This is kind of exciting. So I got myself a walking pad. Walking pad is kind of similar to a treadmill, but walking pad does not really have an incline, and it's much smaller in size as compared to a whole ass treadmill that I can't really afford. Not now at least, because I don't have the space for it and I don't have the money for it. Yeah. So before I show you the footage from me getting a walking pad, setting it up and trying it out, I have been wanting to invest in a walking pad since a really long time. मैंने बहुत सोचा, बहुत procrastinate किया until I finally gave into it and bought myself a walking pad. One of the main reasons I invested in a walking pad is time. Even though I love my nature hot girl walks, I feel like ever since I've been like working and थोड़ा workload ज़्यादा हो गया है, it's much more accessible to get your steps in, which I feel like मैं काफ़ी ज़्यादा I was lacking in that area, that aspect कि मैं अच्छे से gym जा रही हूँ, but gym में भी I'm kind of on a time crunch most of the time because I have my work right after gym and right before the gym, so वो बीच का slot होता है when I get my workout in, for now at least, and I really wanted my steps to be like more accessible to get in, so that's one of the main reasons I invested in a walking pad. And so far it's just been like 2 days since it got delivered and abhi tak I am really loving it. My step count has increased gradually and I'm here for it, and now you can go and watch the footage of me receiving it. Hi. So you must be wondering मैं कहाँ पे हूँ. So this is my dadi's room. She passed away in July 2024. Ever since then, I don't think I have been in her room a lot. I just don't know. मेरे में इतनी हिम्मत नहीं होती कि मैं उनके रूम में आऊँ and spend some time. Even though with time I feel like I have become better at it, I still feel it's not the most easy thing to do. Anyways, I decided to get myself a walking pad. Now मेरा जो दादी का रूम है, it's kind of like थोड़ा stairs चढ़ के है, but नीचे we don't really have space. My room is kind of like a cluttered mess most of the time, and we have store room, but that's usually for pressing and other घर के जो भी काम होते हैं वो होते हैं वहाँ पे. And apart from that we have a balcony, but I don't really want to put this walking pad in the balcony because इतनी गर्मी हो रही है, चोर भी कम नहीं है दिल्ली में, तो I decided to put this walking pad in my dadi's room. Now we are going to unbox it and assemble and test it out. So let's go. नीचे थोड़ा हम साथ में अनबॉक्स करने वाले हैं. Wow. तो बहुत धीरे रुको. And now talking a little about my 4 goals for my 6-month challenge. Talking about my first goal was reading 4 books in 6 months, and I'm already done with this one. You must have already seen me reading this book in all of my previous videos. I've already given a short review in my last video about this book. अगर मेरे को थोड़ी simple language में बोलना हो तो if you want to start a YouTube channel and you want that just push knowledge wise, it's pretty good, even though it talks about basics about YouTube. I feel like a lot of people who want to start a YouTube channel don't actually know about the basics of YouTube. So yeah, this book was one of the main reasons कि I wanted to be like in that mindset of actually knowing about other creators who started YouTube from scratch and अब वो थोड़ा एक अच्छे मुकाम पे है. So it's also like a motivation, little pocket of motivation. Anyone who wants to start a YouTube channel should read. So I recently started reading this one, Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. मैंने अभी तक इसके सिर्फ 15 से 20 pages ही पढ़े हैं, so I'm not really up to give a review on it, and let's see if I like it or not. So the next update is a weight update. When I started this challenge, I was around 80.8 kgs, around that weight. Since then, I have lost around, drumroll, 2 kgs in 1 month. I have no hard feelings about it. अगर मैं हर महीने 2 kgs भी lose करूँ, I would lose like around 12 kgs in the entire span of 6 months. And I honestly know for a fact that in the first month, I did not push myself to like 120% of my potential. I gave effort most days, and हर रोज 100% नहीं था. There were days when it was 20% or some days it was 10%, and सच बोलूँ तो कभी-कभी 1% भी था. But I did give effort on most days, and I got the reward of losing 2 kgs for the work work I put in this second month, I am going to push myself more than I did in the first month because I might be traveling a little next month. I don't want to jinx it, but it's also kind of like a mini motivation to work a little harder than I did this month. So that's that. Even though this was a really small step, 2 kgs hai, I know it's not something so big. A lot of people can lose a lot of kgs in 1 month, but personally for me, I won't really put my physical health over my mental health. I really don't want to put my mental health on the back burner while I try to lose or try to get better with my physical health. I want both of them to grow simultaneously. Just pace pe abhi ye chal raha hai, I am okay with that. I really want to preserve my muscles as well. Sirf fat lose nahi karna hai, because in extreme caloric deficits, you will tend to lose fat as well as muscle, which I personally don't want. So I'm happy with the pace that I'm on, but now that I have purchased a walking pad, I know that my step count will significantly increase. So let's see the progress at the end of month 2 of my challenge. Okay, so next goal that I'm going to talk about is kind of like a little personal to me because it talks about being financially independent. Ever since I was a teenager, one thing that I really wanted was to be financially independent. I'm really grateful to be able to live with my parents. Significantly, my parents do support it. One of the main reasons कि मेरे को क्यों होना financially independent is to be able to help more animals. Right now, whatever I do for my community animals, I do it by my own pocket. I do it from the money I earn. That's why I got a job. I don't know if I should be discussing about it, but I do know for a fact that if my younger self was watching this video right now, and she probably would have no clue that if I would ever able to do it or not, but girl, we're doing it. And before I get a little teary, you are doing pretty good in that area. I'm proud of you, but I still have a long way to go in my financial freedom journey. Not just take care of my animals, but I also do want to pamper my family and I want to travel the world. Yeah, these are one of my main reasons why I want to become financially independent. So a little update on that. I don't know if you've noticed the ads on my videos, but your girl recently got monetized on YouTube. So even though I've already mentioned about it, but before this channel, मेरा एक और channel था Life of Sanjana के नाम से. So when I shut that account down, I got monetized on that account, but I never really passed the threshold to have like money in my hand. Now I am monetized on this channel, a channel that I can proudly call my safe space. So I feel like that is a small but significant step in my financial freedom journey. And I really wanted to thank all of you for that, because if you're still watching my video, you are one of the reasons your girl might get paid. So I'm very grateful, and this is just the beginning. Okay, moving on, talking about my last goal is to become a morning person, and I'm not doing the best in that area. I still suck at being a morning person. I hate waking up in the morning. And if I'm being honest, I'm not even forcing myself to wake up at 6 or 7. मैं उठ रही हूँ 9 बजे के आसपास, and ये चीज़ है जिस पे मेरे को बहुत काम करना है. And एक चीज़ मैं notice की है, in order to become a morning person, you need to have a solid reason कि तुम्हें जल्दी उठना है. And I did talk about my workload increasing in a few days, and today's a Saturday. My workload increases from Monday. My work timings are going to change, and the only time that I'm going to have to work out will be in late morning, like before 12. So it's technically not late morning, it's morning. Yeah, that is the only time I'm going to have to work out, to be able to go to the gym and get a workout in. So I feel like that would be one of the solid reasons that my morning routine kind of improves and I kind of wake up a little earlier. So that's that. Now, this was a whole ass yapping session, and if you're still watching this video, thank you for sticking around and listen to me yapping. I still have 5 months to go in this challenge. And if you're someone who is also doing this challenge along with me, don't beat yourself down. अगर आपकी इतना ज़्यादा progress नहीं हुआ या इतना कम progress हुआ, just keep pushing. Don't be so harsh on yourself, but also don't be so light on yourself. Like, keep pushing, keep taking off your to-do list, keep making everyday goals and keep smashing them, because the only way you're going to get to those goals is to take small steps every single day. And always remember that you are so much stronger than you think. You're so much stronger than your own thoughts and your own brain trying to control you. You are much stronger than you think you are, and I hope you remember that. With that, I will end today's video and I will see you in the next one.